Rather than lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. All you Gunners out there, I hope you had a very, very wonderful evening. I hope you had a very, very good night, because in this morning, we're going to be breaking down our game against Leeds. We're going to be looking at the most important aspects in that game, probably the most important players, and what that really means in terms of Arsenal going back to the Champions League. Sit tight, make sure you smash a like on the video. Let's get this one to 200 likes there, and of course do subscribe to the channel, because this channel has to get to 100,000 subscribers in 2022. How many days are we from there? We are around 14 days away from 2022, so make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, because your channel, our channel, has got to get to 100,000 subscribers in the coming year. But anyway, lads, let's get into it, because that was a thumping. That was an absolute thumping from Arsenal. Like I said, it could have been 1-0. It could have been 2-0. It could have been 10-0. It could have been 16-0. It could have been 20-0. Arsenal really dominant in the first half. We created so many chances, big chances created in the first half. They were 5. Can you believe it? 5 chances. We were so wasteful there. We'll talk about that. Of course, I'm really happy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to criticize my team today, but of course, let's speak about it. We created many chances in the first half. We were creative, we were dominant, we passed the ball well, we moved on the ball very well, and I think that is one of the first halves that I've seen Arsenal do absolutely everything without missing. We created chances, we scored chances, we missed chances, we dominated the game, we absolutely wrote a statement in that game. And of course, Marcelo Bielsa's men yesterday, they were humiliated. They were humbled. I was really up. I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna be straight up. I was afraid when we were going there to the Elland Road. Our away record this season is a little bit skeptical. It makes you a little bit skeptical. It makes you a little bit scared of what is gonna happen there. Are we gonna win this game? Are we going to get points away from home? But I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. Arsenal finally getting in a 3rd win in a row, and that is what I wanted. I wanted my team to get on a run. I wanted my team to start building again a run of games where we are unbeaten. And of course, in the last 3 games, lads, I can announce now that we have scored 9 goals and conceded just 1, beating Southampton 2-0, beating West Ham 3-0, and then beating Leeds 4-0. Like I said, this game could have been 1-0, could have been 2-0, could have been 5-0, could have been 6-0, could have been 7-0. We wasted chances, we were wasteful. But anyway, that could be something to deal with in another day when we do not when we do not win, but we create many chances. Let's start off with the lineup. I think it was just a cut and copy of the lineup that we used in the previous game against West Ham. I think Mikel Arteta tried to go with consistency, and this time he tried to go with with the same structure that he used against West Ham. It was a very good lineup. Ramsdale in goal there. Obviously, we did expect him. Tomiyasu and Quarantini, those are the 2 best fullbacks at the moment at the club. So they had to start Ben White and Gabriel Magalhaes. Obviously, that is the centre-back partnership. That is my centre-back partnership that I want to see every game, day in, day out. And the midfield pivot, Xhaka, Partey. Obviously, Lokonga is now affected by the Omicron variant. It is now Xhaka and Partey that are available. They are the best pivot at the moment because Lokonga is going to be out for some time. Probably has to quarantine for 10 days or 14 days unless the Premier League is called off. Unless football is called off at the moment, it looks like Albert Lokonga will be out of Arsenal games for quite some time. The forward 3 behind the only striker, Lacazette. We had Martinelli on the left, and we will discuss Gabriel Martinelli. What a performance! 2 goals on the night, and I think he will be disappointed. He must be really disappointed that he didn't get his hat-trick. And of course, the man, Martin Odegaard, masterclass performance. Did you see that assist that he put in for Emile Smith-Rowe? That is class. That is absolute absolute class. Of course, I was looking for those players who have those attributes that no one can replicate in our side. I think Martin Odegaard, his attributes, his quality is not replicable anywhere in the Arsenal side. And obviously, Saka there getting onto the score sheet again. My man, Bukayo Saka, my shot number 7, the new Robert Pires getting onto the score sheet once again. And of course, Alexander Lacazette there setting up Gabriel Martinelli for the first goal was our only striker. The lineup was okay. The lineup was really okay. But what was not okay was the opposition. Leeds there, they were so down. They were so down. Yes, they played some good football. In terms of pressing, in terms of holding the ball, in terms of creating moments, they were not anywhere to be seen. I don't remember many moments when I saw Rafinha, maybe one or two moments when you saw Rafinha trying to create something for them. He tried to catch Ramsdale off his line in the first half, and also in the first half he got a glorious opportunity to counter-attack. He gets into the box there, but then he just puts it wide. And of course they got a penalty in the second half. Those are the three moments like this that I remember Leeds having. Did they have a big chance? I think one big chance like this, or two big chances, the penalty spot and the Rafinha chance in the first half. The rest, they were absolutely offering nothing in that game. They passed around well. I'm really surprised they had a 49% ball possession accuracy, in the second half, and they also had the ball 49% of the time. In the first half, they also had something close to 49%. So they really try to create something because they were at home, but we were too big for them. We were very big for them. Because guys, let's start off with the early minutes of the game. Arsenal had to score 5 goals in the opening 10 minutes. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I'm really not happy. But of course I'm very happy. But I'm not happy with the way we wasted our chances. I'm not really happy with the way Arsenal didn't take those chances. The opening 10 minutes, we had chances. Odegaard there setting up Alexander Lacazette. Lacazette should be scoring in the opening 10 minutes. He should be getting onto that score sheet, but it doesn't, and that showed me that this game is going to be a goal galore. And I said it yesterday when we were going through the Melbet odds, and I said, Melbet, are they kidding me? Are they putting almost an odd 2 on Arsenal, one of the best sides in the league at the moment, an odd 2? And I said, this is an absolute joke. This is an absolute joke. And of course it was an absolute joke because we started from minute 1 creating chances, really going through leads like they were never existing on that pitch. Obviously, like I said, the opening 10 minutes, around 3 chances there in the opening minutes, and we failed to capitalize on them. But of course that didn't actually stop us. 16th minute there, Gabriel Martinelli gets his first goal, and the first goal of the night, and the first goal of Arsenal Football Club there. But he also scored the goal number 7,000 for Arsenal in league competition. So congratulations to Gabriel Martinelli for doing that. But of course, guys, goal number 1 comes in at a time when we were very dominant, at a time when we needed it, but also we're hoping to get it. Alexander Lacazette there on the block. I think there was a penalty appeal that the referee said no, it's not going to be a penalty, and then Alexander Lacazette does a very good block to disposes a Leeds defender. The ball falls there. Gabriel Martinelli is arriving. Just think about the picture, because it's a Brazilian player, because his finishing at the moment is the best at the league. Of course, I was ranking best finishers in the league last year, and I said the best finishers in the league at the moment at Arsenal, we had Aubameyang on top of the list. In second there was Nicolas Pepe, and in third came Gabriel Martinelli. But now Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang cannot even score a ball on the line, so Gabriel Martinelli has actually overtaken him, and for Pepe it's a different case. So Martinelli is now the only forward we can trust when he gets a chance on goal, because Alexander Lacazette there, I cannot trust him. Why isn't he not on the score sheet? One reason like this is because he really missed sitters, he really missed chances again and again. So Gabriel Martinelli there, 16th minute, he gets that ball, the ball just falls there, and Martinelli is arriving, and he just looks at Meslier. He just looks at Mesliers positioning and is like, there is no way There is no way you're gonna stop this. Let me show you. And of course, he hits it with absolute power. He hits it with the absolute, technique, with absolute skill, and of course, the composure, the quality he uses on that first goal. It is absolutely over the top, and we get our first goal. And I thought there that for that moment we have started. It has started. And of course, not many minutes later, we got a second chance. Lacazette was set up, and I thought that was going to be in. Goes one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and then just places it in the legs of Meslier. And I said, Lacazette, please don't do this. I do not want a 1-0 lead. I don't want a 2-0 win. I want something like 3-0. I wanted something like 4 or 5-0 in that game. And I was really getting excited as we grew into the first half, as we grew inside the game. 28 minutes then, lads, that was the mark. Gabriel Martinelli, Leeds lose possession. Granit Xhaka gets it. He looks, and this is very, very crucial, guys. Let us give Granit Xhaka some respect here. Let us give him some credit on this goal, because when he gets that ball, he can make a short pass. He can really, just play an easy pass. But he doesn't decide to do that. He decides to get his head, lifts it up, and looks at Gabriel Martinelli. He's making the run, his own side, and of course Martinelli knows that he's got to keep himself on side until when Granit Xhaka plays that ball. Xhaka, what a pass! That was absolute quality. He plays the pass. Martinelli is on the run. He's totally there on side. Absolutely onside. Gets into a goal scoring position. One-on-one. Meslier coming out, and of course 2 Leeds defenders also trying to stop him, but he was unstoppable yesterday. Gabriel Martinelli, he was unstoppable. He gets into that area, lifts the ball above Meslier. 2-0, and that was the song. The whistles started going around, and of course the Leeds fans at the Elland Road, they knew that an absolute humiliation had started. An absolute humiliation had actually begun. 42 minutes then, Alexander Lacazette and Martin Odegaard playing around. Bukayo Saka then joins the party. He's in the box. He's trying to create 1 or 2 things, and then a very, very tiny opening. A very tiny opening opens up, and because it's created by Bukayo Saka, because if you look at that chance, if you go back and watch the highlights of that goal, he's trying to lift bodies away from his path, and because he does that successfully, he takes the shot. It takes a little deflection. It was on target. It takes a very, very little deflection, and Meslier cannot do anything about it. First half, 3-0, Arsenal flying. We were the best team of the night overall. And obviously there in the second half, we were a little bit sloppy. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I was really disappointed, because coming out of that first half, 3-0 ahead, I thought this gonna be a goal scorer. I thought we were gonna replicate what Manchester City did to Leeds, but we didn't. We absolutely slept in the second half. We absolutely became an average side. Leeds had all the possession. Leeds had everything in that game. And of course, Rafinha there scoring a penalty for them. When Ben White comes in with that challenge, I think the challenge for me is so good. I think the challenge is very good. What he doesn't actually get right is the ball. He doesn't get to the ball. He gets his contact with the player, and it is a straight penalty. VAR checked it for less than 2 seconds, and they said it's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Rafinha, I'm gonna say it was a very, very good penalty, because Rafinha sends Ramsdale the wrong way, and of course he hits it with absolute power into the roof. That was really, really scaring, because I thought they were coming back, because I thought they were going to have that moment when they come back, but I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong, because Martin Odegaard and Emile Smith-Rowe, who came in for Bukayo Saka, had very, very different agenda. They had very different thoughts, because there in the 84th minute, Martin Odegaard, they're playing 1-2, and Martin Odegaard, what an assist. Don't tell me anything, guys. Don't refer to any player. I'm talking about Martin Odegaard. Is there any Arsenal player that can make a quality pass as such as that? I do not know. I might bet my money. I really might, decide to put my money on the table that there might not be an Arsenal player that can give us that quality that lad really provided in that game. Because if you think about it, if you really give it enough thought, he just gets that ball and chips it over just chips it over the Leeds back line, and what a finish, what a volley from Emil Smith-Rowe. I think the goal scorer and the goal creator are absolutely, here they have to take the credit. You have to give amounts of credit to Emil Smith-Rowe, but you also have to give absolute respect to Martin Odegaard, because the way he chips that ball, the way he chips in the assist, that is really special. But the goal for me is an absolute piece of quality, because when Emil Smith-Rowe looks at that ball, he exactly knows he's got to hit it first time, and that is what he does. He hits it first time. Meslier off his line. There is nothing he can do. There is absolutely nothing he can do. And of course, two special players now that are creating a dilemma for Mikel Arteta. That is Emil Smith-Rowe and Gabriel Martinelli. Smith-Rowe this season already scoring 7 goals for us. You can't keep him on the bench. That is what he's saying. You can't keep me on the bench. I'm your best scorer. I'm your best goal source. I'm your best goal scorer. And I'm your leading top scorer in the league. You've got to give me more game time. But of course, Gabriel Martinelli, think about it. He has only played 5 games this season. Newcastle, Manchester United, Everton, Leeds, Southampton, and West Ham. 6 games, sorry. He's appeared in 6 games. And how many goals does he have? He has 4 goals this season and 2 assists. So he has literally scored a goal and made an assist in every game. At least an assist or a goal in every game he has played for Arsenal. Really sensational. Martinelli has taken his chance. We will talk about him in the 6 things we learned. And also, Emil Smith-Rowe, we will talk about their dilemma. We will talk about the selection dilemma that is out for Mikel Arteta, out for grabs in the 6 things we learned. But of course, guys, generally that was the game. Leeds on that side, they were really poor. They offered nothing in that game. Like I said, the only created moments that were really not special, their moments were not really special. They tried, I think their game plan really failed to work. Marcelo Bielsa wanted to go toe-to-toe to Arsenal. He wanted to play the same style. He wanted to play the same way we played. He forgot one thing. He doesn't have the quality that we have. Honestly, we are not a very good side in the league. We are not the best side in the league. We are not even among the best 3 sides in the league. But I'm gonna say this: Leeds, you're not our match. You're not our match. You should have played a low block. Or you should have played defensive football. But opening up like that, the defensive errors you're making, we were always gonna smoke you. We were always gonna destroy you. And that is what we did, because that is what we do. Ask West Ham, ask Southampton, of course, ask every team that we have smoked this season. They will tell you that club Arsenal there, when you play them, you've got to be very cautious. So Leeds, for me, guys, I think they're really suffering from a second season syndrome. I think they're really suffering from a lot this season. Injuries. I like injuries. On that bench yesterday, they had one player, and that was Somerville, who had tested the Premier League football. The rest of the players on their bench were actually Premier League novices. They were no experience, no Premier League. They had no Premier League experience. On that bench. That shows you how much Marcelo Bielsa is actually working under very difficult conditions. There's so many people were saying that Marcelo Bielsa should be sacked and things like that. I disagree. I think Marcelo Bielsa is a decent manager. At this point in time, Leeds are unlucky. They played Arsenal. They played Manchester City. Any club is going to lose those games. Any club is going to lose to Arsenal. Any club is going to lose to Manchester City. But look at them. Even when they're struggling, they're still above relegation. But anyway, let's not talk about Leeds too much. What I'm going to say, lads, is that Leeds, they need to pull up their stockings, because yesterday we destroyed them at the Elland Road. If they come to the Emirates Stadium like that, and I said it yesterday, if this was the Emirates Stadium, it could have been 10-0. It could have been, honestly, it could have been 10, because at the Emirates, we are really not a joke. But of course, guys, let's speak about our Champions League place on the table, because look, guys, we are there. We are moving slowly but surely. Yes, a couple of clubs down there. Spurs have not played 4 games in a row. We are actually above Spurs by 4 games. We're also above Manchester United by 2 games. But that is not the point. The point is, are we taking our chance? Are we using the opportunity we've been given? Yes, we are. We are using that opportunity, and we are really using it well. Smash a like on the video. Let's get this to 200 likes. Subscribe to the channel. 100,000 subscribers by the end of next year is our target. My name is Cossy, and I'll speak to you, I promise, very, very soon.